What's up guys, it's Vicasal from the Ultrasphere TCG, and today I have a very special video for you all. That's right, I finally finished set 1 of the Ultrasphere, and today I have a package from the Game Crafter containing booster packs of set 1 of the Ultrasphere. This is the first time you guys are seeing the cards in person. This is the first time I'm seeing the cards in person, so this is going to be an exciting video. With that, let's go look at the packs. And sorry, I'm opening this box off screen, but let's just see what. All right. Oh my. Okay, this looks amazing. I mean, just let me move this here real quick. There's a lot of glare, but this, I can't even describe how amazing it is to see this design in person. Oh my god. All right. So let's take a look at these packs. I got 2 because I just want to make sure that I didn't accidentally mess up the rarities. I was kind of doing this at 3 a.m. last week. So I would not be surprised if there are mistakes. All right, let's look at this pack and let's see what we got here. On the back, right here in the center, sorry, I'm trying to focus it into the camera. Might be a little hard with the glare. So we have the Ultrasphere TCG, the Ultrasphere trading card game, right there on the top with the Vicasal logo in the corner. And then here in the center, behind everything, we have the Ultrasphere logo. Sorry, this glare is kind of a lot. And in the center, we have the ultra rare for set 1, Brigandy. And then down here, we have Shackwater, which is the name for set 1. So quickly, let me explain what the spheres are, what the Ultrasphere is. What are you even playing here? So the Ultrasphere is essentially a collection, it's a big universe. But the game is going to be focusing on these 11 spheres. I call them spheres, they're like realms or worlds. So these 11 spheres that are a part of the Ultrasphere tournament. And you'll be playing as like a manager, and you're collecting these cards to put together a team. And then you're basically competing to win. And so each of these sets are going to focus on a particular sphere. So set 1 will be focusing on Shackwater, which is, and these spheres they all have different aspects to them. They all have different types of people, and they all focus on different things. So, for example, Shackwater here is, it's a very swampy world. It's kind of run down. It has a lot of bandits, there's a lot of crime, and there are a lot of pirates, and that's essentially the types of contestants or characters you will be getting in this pack. However, there are some characters from other spheres, so you might see a robot in there, you might see a medieval-looking knight, but those are all from other spheres, and there's a whole lore thing. I won't get into it now, but basically what I was trying to say is that set 1 will be focusing on a particular sphere, in this case, Shackwater. So back to the pack, we have down here, it says 18 card booster pack. So yeah, we'll be getting 18 cards in here. I'm going to try to preserve these packs because they're the first ones, and I will try not to destroy it. So I'm going to do this off screen real quick, sorry. Okay, so I was not able to preserve it that well. I completely destroyed the side. Anyways, let's take a look. Try not to see. Okay, here we go. So these are the backs of the cards. They look so much better in person. Oh my god. This looks so cool. I don't even know how to describe this feeling. Just seeing my creation in real life like this is just amazing. So before I turn this over, let me talk to you about rarities real quick. there are 3 types of cards: contestants, skills, and abilities. However, contestants are the only cards with rarities, and the rarities are bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. I sometimes use the words common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare interchangeably, but they actually say bronze, silver, gold, and platinum on the card. So that's technically what they are. So I'm hoping to pull some golds and platinum cards. As for skills and abilities, they do not have rarities, so you have an equal chance to get any one of the skills or abilities. I forgot how the actual ratio I did to break this down, but I'll check later. As for what cards I'm hoping to get, of course, I want the oh god, that glare. I want the mascot of set 1, Burgundy. She is a platinum card. And as for skills and abilities, at least for abilities, I want to see if I can get Sniper, which, if you don't know how the game works, essentially you'll be in rows. You have 3 rows, the opponent has 3 rows, and you have a class that determines your range. And range is basically how many rows away you can attack. And Sniper gives you 1 extra range. And since there aren't a whole lot of rows in the game, 1 extra range is a lot, and it can be super useful. So I'm hoping for Sniper. Anyways, that's enough of that. Here's the card back up close, and yeah, it's just the logo on a black background, because I am not very good at drawing backgrounds. If you may have noticed from seeing my other cards, you will notice that my background work is not the best. That is something I will have to improve upon. Oops. Okay. So let's flip this over and see what we got. Oh my god. Oh, these look so cool in person. Okay, so this right here is an ability. It says so right there. Knockout Brawl. I do have a video explaining what this stuff means. I will link that down below or somewhere. And yeah, so if you look, before we look at the next one, down here at the bottom it just says Vicasal 2021, and then it has the set number, and yeah, the set number right down here. Okay. And also, I just looked at the next one. And also there's a requirement box here, so you're only allowed to attach this card to certain units, and it says so right here. So in this case, you're only allowed to attach it to a brawler. All right, that's enough teaching you about the game. Let's actually look at these cards. So first off, we got an ability, Knockout Brawl. All right, next we got a skill, Whimsic Edge. Does magic 7. This is one of the stronger cards. The edge cards are some of the stronger cards in the game, skill-wise and damage-wise. That's what I meant. So it costs 5 and does magic plus 7. All right. Next up, we got. Actually, let me put the skills over here. We got Duelist. It is a skill. It's an ability. And it allows you to. Well, it's for the Duelist class, essentially. And I know, and it's spelled that way purposely. Don't worry. Okay. All right, here's our first contestant. Oh, what did I say? A robot in Shackwater. So, here we got the Talkrian Guard. Yeah, so there are a lot of stats on the side here. It all makes sense when you're playing. And this right here is his mastery, and then he has a skill, a basic skill, a unique skill that only he has, and then an ability down here. And then there's weaknesses and resistances all the way at the bottom, and then of course there is the Vicasal 2021, the set number, and it also says the origin. So what sphere they're actually from, because even if they're in a particular set, they might not actually be from that sphere. So that's just a lore tidbit there. It really has no gameplay effect. But in this case, the Eutalchrian Guard is from Eutalchritus. hence Utakrian card. And he is a bronze card. So yeah, let's move on. All right, uncommon card. We got Mercury. He is a blade master, a metal master, and yeah. All right. We got another contestant. Golhelm. This is a clay tank. So his mastery is clay, and he is a tank. All right. Moving on. Okay, we got another skill, another edge skill, Angelic Edge in this case. This is the light equivalent of Whimsic Edge, which is Whimsic Edge is the whimsical equivalent. And you may notice these do, sorry. If you compare these two, Whimsic Edge does more damage than Angelic Edge, even though they're essentially almost the same. And the reason for that is because light contestants have better resistances than whimsical contestants do. So the trade-off is they resist more, but they do less damage with their skills. All right. Get the cards back. All right. Next up, we have Lancefire. And this also has a bleeding effect tacked on. It's a coin flip bleeding effect. Okay. We got Fireline. This is one of those weird skills that I waited until the end to make. I will make a video specifically on requirements and talk about this card in detail, because I know this requirement box probably looks very confusing. So I will explain that. But yeah, this is a utility skill, so no damage. Okay, next up we have Benjamin. He is a bronze brawler and a corporal user. Corporal master, I suppose I should say, because these are called masteries. Essentially, they're just elements. But I call them mastery instead of elements because of cards like Mercury here, who is an actual element, as an element of the periodic table. So to avoid confusion, I call these things masteries. All right. Okay, we got another common card, Desmond, who is a marksman and a sandmaster. A very basic card. Okay, we have Lundy McGee, who is a corporal assassin. Also a bronze card. Okay, so we got another skill. This one is Magic Boost. It just increases the user's or target's ally by 1 for this turn only. So it wears off after your turn is over. It's easy to keep track of. Yeah, so that's another utility skill. Speaking of utility skills, here is Restore. Restore 4 HP to the user or target ally. Very simple. Okay, we got an ability. We've only gotten 2 abilities so far. So here's a third. Valor, you gain base defense and base attack, but you lose base resistance. So it's a trade-off. You get an increase in 2 stats, but you also lose quite a bit in another stat. Okay, so we got another Utakrian guard. I do think there are some repeats, just because the way I tried to get the rarities to work out. I'll have to check with that. So yeah, we've already seen this. Okay, last year we got a Wind Duelist, and he is a silver card. And there are some really good silver cards too, so I'm not disappointed by getting silver cards. All right, and last but not least, we got Baker Barbara, who is a baker, a whimsical warrior. Okay, so I think the rarities are working out okay so far. I will double check that after this video, just to make sure. Let's see. So, yeah, let me grab the other pack then. Okay, so now you get to see me attempt to open this pack. Let's see. Without completely... Alright, I'm going to completely destroy this. Let's just get this open. You can already see... Okay, you can already see the first skill. Oops. Alright. Let's take a look at what we got. So our first skill is Increased Power. A standard utility skill. It costs 0, but you only get one magic for using it. And you basically just use it for an ally to help boost their power just a little bit. Okay. Now we got Whimsic Essence, which is the magic equivalent to Whimsic Edge. Or sorry, they both do magic. Let me see if I can find that. It's I guess the mage equivalent to Whimsic Edge. This Whimsic Edge is used by like warriors and assassins and blade masters and those types. Okay. Okay. Dull Shot, a very simple range skill. All right, we got another Last Shear. Kartoffel, who can get quite tanky. So even though he's a marksman, he can also act as a pseudo tank if you need one. Let's see. All right, Castelabrian Knight. So this was the knight I was talking about earlier. He is a Fire Lancer, and his origin is from Castelabria, so not Shackwater. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble trying to get this into the camera correctly without it warping. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of Lancers, we got the ability Bloody Lance, which causes bleeding effects to do more damage. Okay. Oops. Alright, so we got Cleave. A very basic, standard skill. Duelist, another duelist. Oh, we got Doug the Dancing Man, who is probably not, I mean, he's not a good card, but he's a fun card. I had fun making this guy. So, no, I'm not disappointed about that. Okay, we got Bart. He's a brawler, a corporal brawler. The reason I had to limit rare cards is because there's not a lot of them. There's only, what, 2 or 3? 3 maybe? So if I guaranteed a rare, it's super easy to get the card you actually want. But I don't know. I'll have to look at that. All right, we got another Goal Helm. Here's a clay tank. Power up. So these kind of look a little similar. By the way, these skills are color-coded based on the mastery. So let's take a look at this. Whimsical is pink and Corporal is brownish, but the brown kind of turns out looking a lot like bronze cards. There's a difference. That might be something I deal with in the future. Okay, next up, Refined Munition. Okay, we got a 9-cost triple power, which it's super powerful. It triples your attack and magic, but it's also a very late game oriented skill, so you might not have very many opportunities to use it. Okay, we got another Baker Barbara. We got the last one from the other pack. All right, we got Vera, who is I think one of the only characters that can actually use the ability Sniper, which I was talking about earlier. So I am happy to have this card. She is very good with that ability. Okay. And then we got another Lundy Mickey. Alright. So overall we got a pretty average pack. That means I did not accidentally make every card pack have an ultra rare in it. I did not get to pull the ultra rare, platinum card, Brigandi, from these packs, but I was just happy to see these cards in person. That was enough for me. Alright, so that's all the pack opening I have for you today. Hopefully I will actually have this pack released within the next few days. I am still working on the starter deck. I do not know if I'll be able to finish that in time. Basically, I'm gonna have to. I'll be going away for about a month and a half or 2 months during the summer, so I won't be able to work on the pack during that time. So that's why I'm trying to get it finished before then. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Vicasal out.